bet you they can't have a wizard in every one of the boats to counter smoosh the spell.
Molgromere, I have a question.
I'm certain that you'll be able to get one or two for sure.
If we engage them in the harbor, is this breaking a rule here?
Yes. Says Celissa, who's just like appears beside you. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Where you come from?
Nowhere. I've always been here.
Yes.
Slightly off balance. She's giving you she turns to give Molgromere a big thumbs up.
So where we can engage
You're not supposed
them?
to fight in the harbor.
Where is?
If you fight in the harbor, they're just going to come and take your boat away. You're not supposed to fight in the harbor.
So from this island all the way to this point. Where's their ship?
Their ship is right here.
It's not to scale.
It's like bigger than that by quite a bit, but it'd be like 3 times bigger than that. The problem is I didn't actually change this to be the correct one because my only other possible size is that, and it's not that big. It's big.
Oh, the ship is very big.
Ship's a fucking problem.
You can't change its size.
I can, but those are my choices. Like that's the step function. I need to take the token. I have to shrink the actual size.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. No, if you fight in the harbor and you make my mother mad, then your boats will be seized from you because you're not responsible to play with your things. So don't fight in the harbor.
Okay, so outside the harbor. So if we are outside the harbor and we engage them, Captain.
Your previous boat, the boat you previously have there, Captain, didn't play well. But it was far from here where they weren't playing well. But, your boat gets taken away. Then you become one with the Stichia, I guess. I don't want to be that close to a Stichia.
How do we get them to attack us first?
Apparently, you walk up to them belligerently drunk and woozy, and then they punch you in the face with their little sappy stick thing.
That was problem, yes. I saw so many rum barrels floating everywhere. We need to engage them here.
Adam, if you go to free size, there's a little button in the lower corner that allows you to drag the ship around.
Oh, how did you do that? Because I got native and colossal. I don't have free.
Okay, so I brought it to the background layer. Let me see. You might be able to resize it. Give me a second. I don't know if that option exists on the other layers.
Because if it's just a layer thing, then I don't.
Size, native size? Nope. Okay, so that's not right. So you gotta.
I don't know how.
cut the Ebon Chain.
Okay.
And then go to the background layer and paste it. Now right-click on the Ebon Chain, go to size, and say free size, and there should be a button in the lower right-hand corner of the free size.
Oh, yes.
Then you don't need to do the janky
Yeah.
editing. Now, when you drag it, you have to maintain the X and Y like ratio.
Okay. I can do art stuff.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I can.
There you go. And now it's on the background layer, so you can grab tokens. If you go back to the
And they
token
can go
layer,
on. Yep.
They can go on, and you're not.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, Marty.
No problem. I remember doing this a long, long time ago.
I saw you have like this pooping face. Like you had the pooping face on.
Well, I was the thinking face. That was the.
Yeah.
Why is this not working? And I had to try each layer. I'm like, where's the button? All right.
All right. There's now the ship to scale in the harbor.
Yeah, she's a big one. A big one. Which means you could do our ship to scale too.
Yes, we can.
The Sakana, which will soon be called the Barnacle, the Happy Barnacle, Ahmed.
I like it.
It was like reclaimed from the seafloor. Like it's full of.
Second.
The picture's at an odd angle, but
That's fine. We'll get it generally the right size. Should be about like that. So it would be kind of like size, free size. Whoa. No, don't get ahead of yourself.
yes, we win. Our boat runs over your boat.
That's still too big. It's something like.
That's cool.
I think that those dimensions are actually like that shape is a better.
Yeah.
It is about like this. It's somewhere in there. It's a little bit thinner and a little bit of the dimension, but it's give or take about that size.
That's good. Yeah,
So
our boat's much smaller, Ahmed.
So this is the
need...
contest that you're comparing. Like
it's because ours is a sailing sailing merchant ship will be refitted. Theirs is like a proper war slave galley. So yeah.
Yeah, so they've got, and then when you're talking about 30 crew, he never actually corrected you on that. He didn't mention on the crew number. Like he did mention about the slaves, but there's more like 100 men or more on that ship. The other guys are like, we'll tell you, like just.
So Ahmed, it was an Iron Kingdom like Japanese analog sailing ship that sank near the squibs. It was recovered by the Queen of the Naga and is being restored by Rickety Squibs. The squib name is the Glass Runner. Like that's our pretend merchant name. And we're pretending to be like bead merchants from a city called Corbenna. But our real pirate name is the Happy Barnacle, and our faction is the Dread Pirate Harrigan. Like this is all the paperwork that we filed. So we actually have a boss, the guy who enslaved us, for better or worse. The guy who's captaining the Wormwood right now. So there's a bunch of stuff going on.
Despite the fact that the ship you were on sank, and this is where Molgromere did give allegiance to Harrigan.
Yep.
That ship sank, and he's basically said, "I still work for Harrigan." You know, he had the opportunity to go, "No, I'm an independent," but there was risks with that, and Molgromere's like, "Nah, we're gonna."
For now, all of our shenaniganry will reflect, for better or worse, on Dread Pirate Harrigan.
He doesn't know how to contact you on this. Like,
right. He doesn't know we exist, but there's paperwork. We're not going to go out of our way to find him either. It's just, oh yeah, here's your share.
Here's your 10%? Maybe 10 seems good. He's going to show up later and ask for his, well, no. Where's my 150,000 gold coin?
Asshole.
Where are my fat stacks?
What are you talking about? We only recovered 10.
Buddy. All right. Okay, so the bird ends up going up to that ship. Now that we have the ship to scale, give me a second. You can actually. Apparently, the day is very clear, and you can see the very large man that is above deck. Swim spook. So there's a large man amongst the other the sailors. Like there's one dude who's just absolutely enormous, with
It's horrifying.
a very pointy hood, we'll call it. It at that distance, you can't actually tell that there's only a central eye hole. Right, there's something. While it's an ogre, that whatever that's covering, if it's an ogre face, he's blind. So. Or maybe the hood's magic, or maybe there's a horrible monster underneath. All right. So there's
You realize I could maybe hit them from here if I moved over to the peninsula a little bit.
And what do you plan on accomplishing with that?
Well, I'll try.
Fuck them up.
Yeah, that's the restitution for.
Come now, we've got their generous rowers. We've got some of their deserters. We've got their little boat. We've got restitution.
Well, I think we could use maybe a dozen more of their crew.
Do you want to send them a love note on the letter to?
Well, that's not a bad idea. We send them a note with our demands.
Your fucking demands.
Well, the thing is, Molgromere, them losing 6 guys and one of their tiny launches isn't going to slow them down. Remember, we got a job to do.
That's true.
And with them sitting out there, worst case scenario, merchant ship comes in here, docks next to them, and transfers the cargo.
That is also true.
So we got to be thinking, how are we going to slow them down? Karen's on board. Don't worry. Dory, he told me to say this.
Yeah! It's not a rope trick. It's like my ears are burning.
But I'm curious to see how this works out. The bird's not very friendly. And Rickety laughed at everything. He fucking laughed at everyone dying. He's not a good guy.
He's a fucking pirate guy. He has a pirate village. How nice do you expect him to be?
He laughs at inappropriate times.
Hey, he's got it. It's a nervous tick. You should play poker against him. You'll do well. When he's laughing, it's an inappropriate time.
Yeah, okay.
Like you, whenever you make that face, I know you're thinking about your cards. Very straightforward.
Oh, okay. Stupid orc can't read my face. Can he? He's like, what gets him? He's like,
okay. Another 30 minutes goes by.
the bird is talking to them for 30 minutes?
The bird is talking to them for 30 minutes.
Holy fuck, what do they have to talk about? Break the rules already so we can kill you.
Break the rules already so I can kill you.
Yap, yap, yap. We're losing daylight here. What time is it?
This was early afternoon. A few hours ago by. It'd be like 4:30.
Okay.
Okay. Ratgut flies back.
There we go. Now they're going to do something. He's keeping an eye on the boat.
Okay. There is definitely some action on the boat. There's, I'm going to say, medium creatures at this distance are hard to distinguish, opposed to the giant guy with the big pointy hat is pretty easy to see.
Yeah, what's he doing? Sunwoo's been coming out to check on things and then going back in and then like kind of relaying between the rope tricks.
Okay. what is the big guy doing? The big guy is moving stuff.
Oh, BRB.
He's moving stuff?
Yeah, he's definitely hauling things around. He's hauling boxes that you'd think on a slave ship they would have slaves hauling the boxes, but maybe you don't see any of the slave types on above deck. So he's moving stuff above deck. The men without clothes, the little pinkish smudges with no clothes on.
Okay, he's moving stuff around. I don't get why.
Maybe he likes puzzles. I don't know.
Or they're getting ready to make trade with Rickety.
Okay. You see men on the trail. You can see the bird flapping around. You see Jonathan the Navigator. You see Rickety. And then there's the man who's actually slowing them down, coming with them. He has seen better days. Give me a heal check or knowledge nature. Or I guess a survival roll maybe from Gensorg.
Okay. Heal, no ranks. Knowledge, nature would be a +4. Survival, however, would be a +13.
Okay.
Oh, I'm typing in beast. 25.
It reminds you about a joke about a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. At this distance, the man is at least he is at least missing a leg. And
It's like move 15 kind of thing.
He's move 15 and hopping.
Oh, it's going to take him forever to walk over here. Go back to the boat, go to them, go back to the boat, let Molgromere know what's going on.
Okay, another hour goes by as they're making their way back.
Okay, I'm going to roll a D3. Sunwoo, by this point, is making his way back from the other rope trick, kind of halfway between.
Okay.
The crew is fixed the boat. I think we're hauling it off to
Okay, so
our track.
all right, move people as appropriate.
How many people does it take to move this thing?
The launch, you can move it probably with 6 strong guys could pretty easily carry that thing through. If you're gonna drag it, you could probably do it with 4 strong guys.
Okay, well, we'll put 8 of our regular dudes on it and send Shortstone with the key and the command word to go deposit the launch.
Okay.
At the shack.
Huh. So, you're just just scooting on the way by there.
Well, nobody's with there, so they basically were told that it was salvage. It sank.
So, it was salvaged. It sank, says Shortstone. It sank. We salvaged it. Fighters keepers. Rockets, like spitting at him, like sticking his tongue out. Okay, these men are making their way over. You realize the more time I spend moving around, the less time I have to work on projects. Okay, these men are coming forward. Captain Molgromere, I hear you had grievance. Contact has been established with the Ebon Chain. They additionally, too, have grievance. and have agreed to let me moderate the situation. So, please outline your grievances. Jonathan is sort of sitting there. He's giving kind of like he's giving a winky face at Molgromere from behind Rickety's back, or from behind Rickety's back.
What is the nearest island from here?
The nearest island?
Yeah.
I would need to check the world map. I don't know off the top of my head. I apologize.
Is there an island that's like... Give me a second. Let me do some math. That Molgromere knows that's about 20 days away?
Yes.
Sorry, 10 days away.
There are islands that are 10 days away. Like 10 days away can get you to, like 10 days gets you to like a major harbor. There's multiple islands within that radius.
I would accept the terms of them to sail to such and such island.
Do you want a populated island with lots of people, or do you want a secluded kind of island?
No, a populated one.
Okay, so so while not technically an island, you could ask him to go to Blood Cove, which is
Is that in the opposite direction that we're supposed to keep them from?
It is in the opposite direction of where you're supposed to keep them.
I want them to sail to Blood Cove to pick up a news leaf with the date on it and come back. By that point in time, our ship should be ready and they should not have any reason to quarrel with us. If they remain in the harbor, this situation may escalate, Rickety.
So,
I do not trust the devils.
So your demand is that they sail in circles after a newspaper?
Yes.
They demand restitution for their slain colleagues and property and destroyed property. He's now looking at. He's just taking a look and noting. Oh, there's no boat there. That's fine. That is their demands.
It is their own slaves that took it.
Yes, their own slaves that took it. Master Rickety, it has been a very long day, and there are wounded. Perhaps it would be best for us to think on this for the evening and attack this in the morning with full concentration. Would that be agreeable, Captain Molgromere?
How many days of daylight do they have?
So there's like 3 hours of daylight left.
There's 3 hours of daylight left. They can get a head start on the way to Blood Cove.
Well, if you're in the right, then while it is not a particularly
If they're low on supplies, Blood Cove has plenty of them. I'm sure they can make it there.
Give me a bluff check from Molgromere. Or is he just making it obvious that he knows that they're low on supplies and that there's a supply deal, or is he just telling him that he knows?
22.
22? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But we can't have these guys in the bay.
Yeah, we're telling them to fuck off for 20 days while we're here. We don't trust
That
you.
ship is
We
going to
don't
be
trust
faster than
you for
ours.
not doing shit. They already tried to within 3 steps of being on top of here. Tried to press gang Banta, our crew, into their. You can cast spells all you want on the bandages. The cause of the wounds will be revealed.
I have a neutral priestess who could cast said spells. Says Jonathan to the side.
Their boat is faster than ours, right?
Your boat is actually faster than theirs, assuming there is nice wind. If
No,
there is
isn't.
not a nice wind, they are far faster than you.
Basically, this is the 26th day of the second month of spring, and our ship won't be ready until the 12th day of the third month. So we've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days after this one of waiting around. We also know a supply vessel is on its way to resupply them.
Question.
There's a chance they may see that vessel on the way. I don't know.
How does the Angel Blood crew feel about these guys?
They're the ones that hired us to fuck around with them.
The Angel Blooded crew hired you to fuck with them.
Yes.
They
They
don't
said,
want
"How
us.
about? Oh, you want to trade? Hey, we got this. Okay, we got this. Fucking.
This is for a +2 dex item, a +2 charisma item, a +2 trident, and a lesser metamagic rod of ectoplasmic spells, so we can fight ghosts. There's some sweet loot in here.
All you have to do is
there's
poke
some
a devil in
sweet,
the eye.
there's some sweet loot on those officers of the boat.
Also,
Oh, the ones we took out?
No,
The ones on the
Well,
boat,
yeah,
the ones that.
I assume this treasure is to help. This treasure is to help kit up the leveled dudes.
Yeah.
Like their gear comes from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
there's
Yes.
some
The officers
trading
on the
and
boat.
hand waving to.
Yeah. The captains and the captain and their priest and their ogre. And probably all have all sorts of stuff.
Rose ends up taking loot off of Grungle.
Yep.
Their bard rogue, and Daedalus took stuff off of some of the guards, and then some of your men took daggers and stuff. The enslaved rowers. All right, so what fucking day is it?
Today is the 26th day of the second month of spring. 178th by the Orcish calendar.
They're supposed to fucking be here by now.
Oh, you count in orc calendar? Oh, that's bad luck. They are the ones that have the crown of the world. Oh, you mean that stupid gate that doesn't work?
What gates?
The Daedalus is observing the back talk to the captain.
Yep.
And denigrating his background, denigration of his background and back talk, and he's looking confused at the situation.
Molgromere's just chatting. I'm surprised that you even know about that. Oh yeah, of course we know about the big crown that we all came through a long time ago that I don't know much more about. But
we came through the crown, and you stupid guys fucked it up for everybody. All right, sorry. I was checking whether it is. Our priestess does not have those spells, the needed spells, prepared. she will need to rest before they can be cast.
If it'll help the matter, what is the value of a slave on an open market?
Well, not that we trade in such things around these parts. Most distasteful, really.
Molgromere is like the commonest commoner comedy.
Give me 1 second, and nobody check my Google search history.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't know where I was going.
Molgromere wants to give them an insulting offer of restitution, basically. He will concede to that.
Okay. So, depending on quality, 50.
I need a +4 con item.
For the
Everyone wants one of those.
in good health, it'd be something like 200 and 300 gold, something like that. 200, 300 per head. In tougher times, it can be less, and it can go up to quite extraordinary numbers.
No.
There are slaves who sold for more than many ships are worth.
Molgromere is going to fish out 1 silver coin for every one of the people that were on the boat.
Here you go.
This is for the entertainment as we watched the slaves defeat their masters. As for the launch, the slaves claimed after they became free men, they claimed it as salvage. It sank to the bottom of the harbor.
It seemed to be certain it sank. I saw it sink to the bottom of the harbor, says Solissa. It went all the way to the bottom. Completely Astitia's. Or theirs. All right. So the launch was salvaged, and who the enslaved men did the killing, and you're providing an offer of it was like 8 or 5 silver pieces total.
8 silver pieces for the entertainment that your former slaves provided as we watched them kill the slavers.
8 silver pieces. They're fucking lying, Rockguts just fucking lying. Now, Rockgut. Rickety takes the 8 silver coins, puts them in a tiny little purse, hands them to Rotgut.
Have fun
fucking kidding me.
Have fun delivering that message, you.
This is fucking bullshit.
Agreed.
Says this old man behind Molgromere, behind Rotgut. There is a man who is, we're gonna say, has seen better days.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes are bandaged over. He's missing an arm. He's missing a leg. He's maybe 40. He does have a gun. Like he does have a single shot musket on his hip. He also has a blade. He shoos the bird away. Rotgut goes flying out to go deliver a message.
Did they offer anything to us, or are they being unreasonable?
They made an offer. You seem to preempt it. Would you like to hear the offer that they made?
Oh yes, I do enjoy a giggle every once in a while.
Return of their property, return of their men, which they're still just 2 dudes floating in the water and 3 dudes dead on the harbor. Return of their property, return of their men, and a replacement for any of those that have died.
Yeah, not my place of responsibility to provide those things.
Right. He chained up slaves, killed them.
They would have sold high, apparently. Look at how skilled they are.
Then he's looking back. They seem to be particularly perturbed about that one.
He killed one of his slavers too. He's had a change of mind. By all means, Jonathan, you can have your priestess cast whatever spell she wants upon the bodies. Might I suggest blood biography?
In the morning it will be done. Blood biography is a most telling spell. I also see that your men are bandaged from their wounds.
Yes, if you'd like to take the bandages off of them. We've taken the liberty of healing them, but the blood still remains.
Please provide them to Rickety. I would not want to be accused of having bias in this situation.
Rick just rips the bandage off the he thinks twice about getting his web fingers nipped from Grimlir and has Ganzorig remove the bandage. Grimlir immediately starts doing the bird like fucking fidgeting and grooming.
You can inform the captain. You can inform their captain that their men died in disgrace, not knowing the true extent of pain. Right.
Oh, is that Daedalus speaking up?
That's Daedalus, yep.
What up? What an edgelord. Love it.
Fucking
love it.
goth motherfucker.
We need some edgelord goth kind of emo motherfucker to balance out the Quran.
Balance out the yeah. I remember this. Just a quick little story. I played the first major D&D character I played was Darthanon, the paladin, who had a very low level. Sacrificed his joy to a demon to help get people out of a parallel dimension. And I played Darthanon so long in front of some people, because it was like 2 years or whatever, that they actually thought I was a depressed human being because they forgot that I was playing a character that had no joy.
Right.
So they thought I was just like a grumpy, dour nerd. And then Sass came along and made sure of it.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm having awesome time.
I'm having an awesome time. I remember I rolled in TK to Killian, and he was like making fun of people and enjoying himself and just being a shit disturber. And it's like, you can do that? Yeah, I can do that.
Adam's that shit.
Right. All right. So let me get this straight. The slaved men killed the members of their crew, members of the Ebon Chain.
It's very disturbing.
In a way where they did not know true pain, apparently. Most disgraceful. There's a nod. Then the boat sank, and they salvaged it.
A vicious fight.
Before that, they attacked Banta, but he got away. And independent of this, Crimnia was flying around with the parrot, having a fun time. And they decided to attack with their ballista.
the Rotgut did lodge a complaint against Crimlia as well. Originally, it was put off as simple, children being children. There seems to be a bit of a pattern.
The first time it was because the parrot was spying on us in our shed. And griffins being territorial beasts, it chased it back to the tower. The second time, I think, was more play. Correct me if I'm wrong, Genzori. No, the second time, Grimlir was just playing.
Okay, the man in the back with no eyes, a missing arm, and a missing leg on opposite sides. He giggles at your description of the altercation.
Oh, this is the dude you're talking about down here?
Yeah, this is the master of the bird. Who's probably seeing through the bird's eyes and maybe even talking through it or something. I don't know. There's something going on there.
Understood.
Oh, we'll make sure that if the parrot's a sore loser there, that Crimler doesn't chase him anymore. Just let the parrot know that he shouldn't be spying on us. That's kind of rude and probably breaking some piratey law, right? About privacy.
Yes,
like
especially we have privacy. Yes, we requested privacy.
Oh yeah, we paid for it too. So, just saying that.
Your services here are fully understood and most appreciated.
Okay.
It is unfortunate that there was such violence on our shores.
Banta scared from violence, yes.
Give me a bluff check.
By 8 charisma.
Well, right, and I want to know if this is you actually being sympathetic or if it's you telling
No,
a joke.
this is Banta. No, but violence is very bad, very bad.
Yeah. Roll the d20 -1.
Sorry.
Are you unintentionally funny, or are you actually a sympathetic character?
18.
No, he's actually a sympathetic character. Maybe he doesn't actually want to fight. Okay, so it's just interpreted sympathetically.
Peaceful alcohol, this is, yes.
So I doubt they're going to raise anchor until we have proof of or at least some form of corroboration of this story. I would accept blood biographies, alternately speak with dead or something similar. Could be used to get to the bottom of this. Otherwise, this is a very complicated situation.
Speak with dead has all sorts of vagaries around the conditions of the body. We wouldn't want any misreadings. Blood biography.
I agree with that. Blood biography is far more
discerning.
It gives you a reliable product. Says Jonathan from the other side.
If you don't mind, we are going to post watch on the peninsula over here. I do not trust that they are not going to try to do anything in the night. Might I suggest, Rickety, that you have some of your men fish the bodies out of the river so that they may be questioned in the morning?
That does sound decent. All right. Rotgut is being asked about the situation. Roll Rotgut's will save. Rotgut's rolls a 4. Kate. Godwin. Kate. Godwin's teeth grit and he's sweating. It looks like he's got he's an old man and his back's slipped, or he's definitely in a bunch of pain suddenly.
Is everything all right? Says Molgromere. Are they fishing the bodies out of the water?
Yeah, they're fishing the bodies out of the water. just going through normal negotiations. I don't believe they concur with your arrangement. They protest. Well, if they protest, we've got protests on both sides tomorrow.
Then I suggest that while they are protesting, that the Squibs does not provide them any services.
Well, if we were to apply that equally, I mean,
We were here first.
Seva is on that fucking ship. He's saying under his breath.
And Molgromere is here. If Sever wishes to come here and do violence, I will defend the town as we did with the Nagas.
No, very bad violence, but we defend if we must, yes.
I'm sure that Jonathan will also come to the aid of the goodly folk of the Squids. And their master, Rickety.
If the devils of the Ebon Chain violate the rules in such a way as to provoke us, to attack the goodly citizens, we will defend them. All right. You may keep watch, but please try not to kill anybody while you're watching. Watch with your eyes. Just watch with your eyes. Pointing at Gazorig, and try to keep your griffin from provoking them.
Oh, she's not flying anywhere near that boat with that horrible ballisto aboard. That's for sure. We learned our lesson the first time. Besides, she wasn't going near their boat. She was playing with your talky bird. Praise be a Katie. I wouldn't kill a bird without a good reason.
Praise be a Katie, says the old man with missing limbs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One bird guy to another. Okay.
Rockgut is returning. Okay. Rockgut comes back.
Hey there, birdie.
You can see that he's got like another bald patch on him. There's obviously something happened.
Oh, they messing with you over there?
They have presented a counter offer.
Oh. Kids are extorting. This is gonna be good.
Okay, a small bag is dropped in front of Molgromere.
What is this?
It is their counter offer.
Okay, some detect magics are being cast.
Okay.
Yeah, Banto's going to the bag. He likes. Oh, wait.
Give me 1 second. I'll do a roll. So. 6 number 1d6. Okay. There is one magical aura coming from within the bag.
Is the bag bloodied or squishy?
He'll also cast detect poison. Oh, what power? Here, I'll give you spellcraft.
School.
Spellcraft is 19.
Okay, I believe it's transmutation. And it would be cast. It's spell level, so I believe it is a faint transmutation.
And it's on the bag or
It's on something in the bag.
Okay.
Uh,
Mediator, could you open the bag and show us what this is?
wait. It might be necromancy. Necromancy.
Mediator, can you show us what's in the bag? Molgromere takes a step back.
Rickety's looking back to Godwin. Godwin nods. Rickety. All right. He ends up. He gives his big steam engine on his back a tap. Actual little arm comes out and opens the bag for him. You never fucking trust devils.
No.
The bag opens up. Some clinging silver coins come out. There are the same number, 8 silver coins, and there are 8 ears.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
They said something about you should listen better.
Oh, so they cut their own slaves' ears off?
That is what appeared to happen. One of the ears is radiating magic.
Okay, and can we... It's necromancy coming from that ear.
That ear is necromantic, yes.
Okay, Genzorg is going to light a torch.
Okay.
And burn the ears.
Okay. I take it you're not accepting their offer.
Well, no, they're cutting people's body parts off and sending them to us. Not the kind of thing we're into, thanks.
Not
Even
good.
Chitin looks like this. Chitin appears to think that this is distasteful. Like he obviously does not think that this is an inappropriate. It's an inappropriate action.
Okay.
Not something of a true evangelist.
You hear that, assholes? They're probably listening in. Take the fucking torch in the ear.
Okay, give me a perception check from Genzorg.
Yep.
As you're basically you're playing with the ears.
It's 21. 33.
Okay, one of the ears does have a tattoo on it.
Is that the necromantic one?
That is the necromantic one.
Well, it's the tattoo. I think that might be necromancy. I don't know what it does. Should we burn it or get Sun Wu out here? Fine, get Sun Wu over here. Maybe they made a mistake. Or maybe they're tricking us.
Okay, Sabu, there's a burning pile of ears. Something smells not terrible, and then you find a burning pile of ears.
Yep. Yeah, Genzorg kicked the one with the tattoo out of it. And
There's a partially scorched ear with a tattoo on it. Give me a either a craft tattoo or spellcraft check.
I'll do one better. I will cast he will drink Identify.
Oh.
And roll a spellcraft. Identifies plus 10?
Identifies plus 10, yep.
Not 20, 44.
This is a quote unquote cursed tattoo.
It's cursed.
This is basically a externally commanded deafness in the tattoo slot. So you could, somebody tattooed with this, you could turn off their ability to hear, and then turn it back on, and then turn it off. And
curse not as somebody screwed up a magic item. Curse as in
a necromantic curse, like it is a curse effect.
Yep. And would it affect both ears if it was moved over to one?
Yep.
Ooh, we should save that one. I don't think it's actually cursed for our consumption. I think someone screwed up. Someone screwed up and gave us a magic item. We'll carefully scoop it up into a little jar and stow it away somewhere. I will make note of the... I thought they were going to try to listen into our response, but I guess they got the talking parrot to do that for us. I'm going to put it on the party treasure. So this is a ship item. Sure, it's a ship item. It is a jar with severed ear. Ear has like a permanent
command words, blindness, deafness, specifically deafness.
Blindness, deafness. Tattoo. Probably caster level, is it a 3rd level spell? Caster level 5?
Yep.
Okay. And we could, once we learn how to transfer tattoos, we could use this as like punishment or as. Okay. Hey, chain guy. Did you know about the cursed ear thing?
I am aware.
Why didn't you say something?
I did not recognize his ear.
Oh, okay. Just next time, like keep. you gotta bug the new guys.
Yeah,
Guys are giving Molgromere a bump. There's this sly look from Molgromere. He lets it pass. He lets it go for one reason. Ganzorig doing the pecking ordering thing means implicitly that Ganzorig
he's buying into the power structure.
That's right. Yeah. So Ganzorig's doing it because he thinks he caught wind of the dour guy talking, and he knows he's probably not going to like him.
Well, Ganzorig has voluntarily stayed with the crew despite being on land, and with Krimlir being probably completely able to navigate, like he could have left.
Krimlir's not big enough yet.
We can't fly on Krimlir, but I mean, just with Krimlir's assistance, be able to like look above.
No, Ganzorig likes certain members of the crew. Yep. If he was going to do a jail, like a fucking prison escape, basically from the situation, there would be more people coming with him.
Okay. Right. Anything else I should be informed of before I try to finish today's shift?
No.
No other complaints?
Molgromere leaves the coins and the burned ears where they are.
Fair enough.
You could let them know that it is 2 crews against 1 if they try anything.
Jonathan, sure, tell him that. It's fine. He kind of shrugs and goes, sure.
And as for providing them services, I assume you've agreed to that request?
While your ship remains dry docked, they may not enter. We'll keep the peace. We'll keep the fucking peace. Fucking slavish. Rickety is starting to wander off. Godwin is like going to hobble back up his trail. Rocket lands on the shoulder. Like a.
All right. Again, Molgromere is going to organize his crews to keep watch, to maintain watch over the dock, and any of the launches coming to and fro. Any launch that's entering this harbor is to be attacked with great violence as they're breaking the truce.
Okay.
And any ship that is trying to leave the harbor to go out to them is to be confiscated for questioning.
Okay. Let's set up a watch order.
Yep, we're going to pull out our launches and rafts. And
You have a teeny tiny little armada.
Yeah, teeny tiny armada of yay! our fucking raft. Is their launch bigger than ours? The Ebon launch is bigger than the long straw.
I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Because that thing's huge.
All right, and then watch order. I don't know, Ahmed, you want to help me?
Their boat with the men on it was not full.
Yeah.
They were going to bring stuff back with them. Like they were.
Okay, here we go.
Molgromere will let them know that we're setting a watch and that Jonathan and his men are willing to, are more than welcome to join.
Watch order. 3 shifts?
Yeah, 3 cents. Right. Maybe 4.
Okay. Jonathan and Andre will give me a diplomacy check for Molgromere.
Yeah.
Gitano is going to aid as he is interested in Jonathan's men.
Yeah, that's all right. You can have watch on me. I can sit on the lap. And you can pick Katana to sleep. Yeah.
Easy. Okay, Katano aids.
Gitano does aid.
Uh,
Mostly just a charisma score.
That's right. Everyone loves Katana.
Role playing other people's characters. Yeah, look at that. Nat 2032 with the aid.
Okay, they do agree.
Okay. They see what we're doing, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
We're delaying them getting supplies, and eventually they may have to give in to our demand of, yeah, we'll go to the nearest port, you assholes, to go get supplies.
Yep. They're aware.
Supplies!
They're not trying to be like, well, they totally jumped them from the woods. They haven't given that inclination. Although Andre seems pretty oblivious, like she might not have been paying attention to the fight.
Yep.
So Jonathan and Andre will join in the shifts. Gitano is deciding that his shift is basically wherever Andre is going is where his shift is.
Yeah, middle of the night.
Also, Gitano normally doesn't even volunteer for a shift, so
middle of the night should be non-casters and people with dark vision. So I'm thinking Molgromere, Daedalus, Banta. Early shift should be casters. Maybe a black dog to back them up. We need a sun guy. And then morning shift.
So when are we freeing the slaves? More slaves.
Oh, whenever they
Did we
come
get
to
all the
us,
slaves yet?
whenever they come to us, they're big guy.
Huh. So we've got 6 of them. How many more would there be? Like we were
Oh, there's like 90.
10 on our ship, so
There's like 90 of them over there.
90?
Yeah, they're all sitting in little rows, all chained together, rowing.
There's like 90 people in this town.
Yeah, I know, the fucking boat's big, and there's a big ogre over there that needs a slap in the face. So it's like, yeah.
All right. We're gonna Hopefully they try something. All right, so Andre has dark vision and is a divine caster. She can go on either end. She'll go with the gooder people, so that's where Katana ends up going. And then Jonathan is a arcane caster who will go. I guess he's going with the black dog and the fish. He's going with the arcane casters, black dog and the brothers arcane. All right.
How should I divide these dudes on it?
I think what we have here. You're talking with these guys? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Can we mingle them? That's probably not a good idea first night. Keep these guys first watch. Let them. Yeah, first watch.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah, Molgromere with his original crew. A larger group in the morning. Maybe we'll go like that. All right, I think we've got our 3 watches.
It looks good.
Damn straight it does.
All right.
Fucking right.
What about beef?
First watch, you've got Karen and Ganzorig. They're
No,
plotting.
the other way.
Oh, the other way. Okay, sorry. So,
Fine.
first watch.
No, first watch.
Yeah, sorry. You did. Yes. All right. Sebastian, how smart are you?
He is a genius.
How genius?
His int is 27
Okay.
without magic items.
This navigator guy,
Yep.
well, not as smart as you, is one of the smartest humans you've ever met.
All right. He spends a lot of time talking with them.
Yeah. You get after some time that he is effectively he's int 24. He's very smart. You spend a lot of time talking to them.
It is most refreshing to converse with someone of a great intellect for your species.
Oh, why, thank you, Ed. Your reputation precedes you, Sebastian. What with being coupled with many of the great captains of the past.
Molgromere will be my 13th captain, not including the archwizard that I first bonded with.
Do you believe 13 is a lucky or unlucky number?
Oh, I think that there are certain numerology schools of actual magic that would consider 13th a unlucky number, which is likely the source of which, of the fear of the common folk of that simple number. The number itself isn't. The power of 13-pointed stars and all sorts of derivative magic that multiples of 13 can be applied in certain curses.
Traditions typically come from something. They don't spawn from nothingness.
Oh, yes. There are all sorts of, how shall we call it, superstitious behavior that these knuckle draggers do in a daily basis that I actually found at one point in time quite amusing. Now it seems to be rather dull and predictable. Like not walking underneath ladders and being afraid of black cats. Without casting detect magic or having any sort of Understanding that the black cat may or may not be a familiar, but I'm sure that the number of actual just normal black cats astronomically outweigh the number of familiars that are upon this world. Yet, all of them seem to be given the same amount of difference from these superstitious folk. It is curious how they even manage to go throughout their day. Of course, there are towering examples of each species, one of which is before me right now. I congratulate you. It is very rare that I am impressed.
You impressed me as well.
Well, of course.
Give me it'd be a caster level based sense motive check, or it'd be like the the equivalent of the fighter BAB based. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So 6 plus.
or your sense motive if you prefer.
No,
Yeah.
Sebastian believes people. He makes assumptions with his towering intellect and doesn't actually read the room. I'm sure you know nerds like that.
Yes.
Uh,
I had a conversation about communication skills and like people who think with emotion and people who think with fact. And if you're talking to fact people, don't know that emotion people exist. Typically, they just don't get it. It's like no, they're using an emotion. They are completely. You give them a number, they don't care.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. The number you have to give them an emotion, otherwise they're not going to care. Anyways,
I had one of those situations today where I'm like, but it's not done. It doesn't
That's a
equal
fact.
1.
That
It's
doesn't
0.
matter.
It is a fact. Oh, they don't feel good when you say they're not done. But they're not done. We're at
They're
work.
emotion
It's
people.
a fact. Why are you
need an
tossing
emotion.
back your emotion at the, yeah, you're not done. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I was stating a fact because you're not done has dependencies of other people's not done.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like probably one of the dumbest conversations I've had in a very long time. But I was the logic guy because I'm like, come on.
Well, you're the logic guy who's not like grokking that they're having a different conversation at that point in time.
Yeah.
You're stuck in but I gave you the logic, and it's like no, you have to give them the emotion now.
Yeah, but I was getting the emotion secondhand, not directly to me, a comment afterwards, and it just wasn't, like, I was talking to someone that I thought was logical, and they're saying, yes, but their emotions.
Their emotions.
It's like,
Somebody think of their emotions.
I don't care. I was like, have they never been on a project before? Like, what the fuck? I actually said that out loud. I was trying to, like, I wasn't understanding that that's the emotion. He didn't come out and, like, I've got one guy I work with. He's not straight. He's like obtuse.
Yep.
And he's like, well, they didn't like that. I'm like, well, it's true. And kind of the subtext is like, I don't care that they didn't like it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, I was one of those guys this week.
All right. What was your cash level check?
11.
Oh. Yeah, you could take this guy in a wizard fight. He's really smart, but you're smarter. So it's in a wizard duel. Yeah, you explode his tiny brain, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But he was effectively familiar with your. He was even familiar with some of the psionics, some of the other methods of casting, and he apparently knew about your like some of your past masters. Like, they was able to do some reminiscing.
Ooh.
Good memory for somebody who's so young. Black Dog, you've got a bunch of new men. They're all big and strong, and then there's a kind of little guy, a little tough guy with them.
Okay.
There's a bunch of like big jacked dudes. We're talking like 5'11" to 6'1", all of them in the 200-pound kind of range. And then there's like a guy who's shorter, leaner, just with them, who shows a lot less emotion on his face.
Line up.
Sir, a few of the men have been drinking with their gold piece.
Name. He just goes to the first guy. He'll start at the biggest guy.
Heinrich.
Yeah, I've got their names. Give me a second.
Oh,
Survivors. No, I don't have their names. At Heinrich. Okay.
yeah, big Norse mother.
Yeah, I can spell Heinrich. Nope.
Lots of vowels. And there's a C in there.
Yeah, I know. Heinrich. Name.
Giovanni.
He just gives him a nod. Like he's lined them up biggest to smallest. It's the way he's lined them up. So Heinrich is the largest. Name. The next one.
Blaz.
Blaz?
B-A-L-A-Z. Blaz.
Hmm. And they're all human.
We're gonna roll some dice. I'm gonna roll a 1 on a D. So there's 5 of them. 5d4. 1 on a D4, and they're something other than human. They are human.
Nice.
It's just human.
Human. Okay. So Balaz. The next guy.
Pippin.
He's got the little man's name for a big guy.
This is the guy with the little name.
Of course, Black Dog not being from the culture that Pippin would have come from, just repeats Pippin and goes on to the next one.
Thong.
He actually asks Fong in Iron Tongue if he's from the Iron Island.
He, in kind of poor Iron Tongue, Jade Kingdom.
Okay, Black Dog does. There may have been the briefest moment of disappointment, but he just nods at it, like, it's fine, we're from all over the place. The last guy, the smallest guy.
Rose. Sorry, what is your name? He gives the name Rose.
And does he see how Rose has equipped himself?
Rose has put a... He has a... has equipped himself with weapons that are very popular in the Iron Kingdom.
Yeah, he's got a naginata and a katana. You must be from the Iron. You must be from the Iron.
He nods.
I'm from the Shuttered Temple.
I am from further west than there. The entire island is further west. He didn't tell you much.
Can you wield that blade?
I can. Can you wield yours?
There's like a smirk from Black Dog. It's almost like, you'll find out. Make a circle. That's what he says to the other guys.
Date.
Ooh, looks like Black Dog is gonna fight. Sunwoo, half nervous, half goes over to Jin and Jonathan to go tell them.
Do we need a priest?
Well, we might. I don't know. Black Dog's gonna fight. He's fighting that guy over there. Or he likes picking on the small guys.
He did apparently pick the smallest one. Give me a second. I just want to see if he's got a. Ooh, what would he do if things went sideways? Favorite enemy, human +6. Okay. All right. Okay. The men make a circle around.
Do you know the rules of first strike?
First touch or first to bleed.
It's Black Dog that I drew my blade, so it has to be fed kind of guy. He'll give Rose the choice. I'm fine with you there.
First touch.
Okay. Does Black Dog realize that Rose knows Iajitsu?
Give me a sense motive check.
Yep.
Using your BAB.
Yeah, this would just be Bab. 17.
He's set up his. You know that for sure he has quick draw, and you know he moves very smoothly.
Okay. Black Dog will warm up by quick drawing his blade a couple of times. Like, not quite attacking the guys in the ring, but like sword in their face, sword in another guy's face.
Give me an attack roll.
Sure.
Just how fancy are you?
Plus 11 or 11. An attack roll.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Like plus your BAB and your strength and
Yep.
weapon training and.
I'll get rid of my rage. I'm not raging for this.
Warm up. That's not a warm up if you're raging.
I would be 28.
28. Hell yeah! There's like one of your dudes.
It must be pretty scary that the huge greatsword's big.
Pippin is like, yeah. Look at it go.
It's being quick drawn.
Okay.
Okay, Black Dog will indicate that he's ready. Go into like a traditional stance for the beginning of an Iajitsu tournament.
Okay. Rose is going to. He kneels down. He does a quick prayer or poem. Says a quick poem to himself. He then bows to Black Dog.
Black Dog will acknowledge the bow. His head nods, but it's not like a deep bow where he's like losing sight of his opponent.
He's not the forehead touching the
No,
ground.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Rose is then going to hop up to his feet and then get into a traditional stance.
Oh, okay. He knows the stance. Black Dog makes note of that.
Additionally, Rose's stance is far more traditional than yours, considering what is going to be.
Yeah, it's just my stance with my hand way up in the air, holding onto the blade. He did whatever ceremony you needed to do beforehand.
Okay.
Okay, Black Dog is. At first, he's like, "Oh no, another little guy." But the fact that he knows Iajitsu Black Dog's like, he knows he now needs to try. Initiative?
I think it's initiative. So Jonathan from the side flicks a rock in the air, and when it lands, there's that's initiating the duel.
All right, 9 from Black Dog, which means I think Rose wins.
Rose wins because he rolls with a +9.
Yep.
25.
Oh. Gonna get schooled by his own cohort.
Papa! All right, so he menacing sword play. No precise strike. He's not precise striking. That +2 initiative is already built in there. Yep. I don't think
he could challenge for a +2 to AC and saves if he wanted to. As a swift.
As a swift. Is that the 2 per day challenge?
Yeah. The Order of the Songbird, his challenge gives him a bonus.
Okay.
He can choose not to do the damage, but
yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll challenge. He's trying to prove a point.
I assume we're standing right next to each other.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got quick draw. I'm already flat-footed, although Black Dog does have uncanny dodge.
He's not a high enough level for the superior feint yet, so it's not like he can't just do the whole and you're flat-footed thing yet. That's not yet a thing. Add samurai level on our damage rolls for the first successful attack to a challenge target each round. Ooh, there's an extra. He could really do stuff. Okay, and then so improve feint. So he's going to feint because I believe feint just makes you flat. Like, denies your dex, which would get past the monk stuff.
Would get past the uncanny dodge?
I believe so. Feint. Make a bluff check, base attack bonus, blah, blah, blah. Does not allow him to use his dex. So it's just you don't get your dex. It's not you're flat-footed.
Got it.
So, yep. You're just not allowed to use your dex. Okay, so he is going to attempt to feint you, and then he's going to whack you. His other option was actually going to be aim and then whack you.
Yep.
Okay, so there's an Iajitsu focus roll, I think.
Yeah, you should make his attack roll first.
First, we feint to do the feinting.
And my DC would be hit 10 plus hit dice plus my wisdom modifier.
Plus any bonuses that you might have related to not being tricked.
Yeah, so he needs to break 16.
Okay. 38.
Yeah. Black Dog's fainted.
Yeah, so basically what ends up happening is he ducks his head to the side and is now on the opposite side of him as to the sword. He stepped completely off to the side.
Yep.
So that
Black
the sword
Dog momentarily is confused by
around,
this. He loses 2 AC.
which is the same as aiming, but it's just more fun this way.
Yep.
And then he will thwack. Does he get a bonus to hit with his challenge? I don't think so. I think he gave that up. He gets AC saves and damage. Okay. All right. We're going to try to thwack. Come on. We're not adding precision damage to this. And he will take a penalty to do non-lethal. Or is he just attacking as a touch attack? Just trying to poke you with it. He'll swing for non-lethal. So he's swinging with the flat of the blade.
Okay.
Plus 11, minus 4. AC 18.
Well, Black Dog is wearing his armor, unfortunately for... so AC 19, flat-footed. He has his buckler on, so it's 21 with no dex.
Okay. So he hit. He very solidly connected.
Yeah.
it didn't do. It's up to you to define whether or not this touched you. It didn't touch you hard enough to knock the wind out of you, but you definitely got clumped with the sword.